G'day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the final episode of the Mum and Dad Show for 2022. My name's Isaac Butterfield. I'm the dad, and here's the mum, little Claire Butterfield. How you doing, love?
Hello, kids.
How you doing? G'day, kids. It's the Christmas wrap-up.
Oh, my God.
What a Christmas it's been. Let's be honest, we're filming this before Christmas, but we thought we'd talk about a few things to do with Christmas. I mean, what a month it is in the lead up.
Oh.
I mean, for people with kids, like I imagine it's fucking hectic. You know, you got to make sure you've got everyone's presents sorted. You're spending a fortune. It's kids panicking and freaking out, exciting. Then they're all home. What a month it is.
I love it.
You love it.
I love it.
I love it
can't
too.
wait for next year.
Well, this Christmas was our last Christmas as a couple.
Twiddledee and twiddledum.
I know. My God.
It's so weird. But technically he's still been here.
Yeah.
Our little man.
We've treated it like he was here.
Yeah.
You know, we've done all the decals in his bedroom now, and we're ready for little Bub to come along. And I think he's the size of an eggplant now. Is that right?
He's the size of an eggplant. I wanted to let the
Jesus.
people know.
Christ. I think
That's huge to me.
there's something I want to bring up later in the episode. I don't think we should start the episode off like this.
Fories?
But foreskins.
Yep.
A lot of people are talking about on a group that you're in for
That sounds
young
weird,
mums.
but
For young
yes.
mums. The
I'm
conversation
in a
of
MILF group.
of foreskins came up, and there was some interesting takes on it. I thought we should talk about that. But first,
Definitely.
I want to talk about Christmas. But before that, if you enjoy this show, ladies and gentlemen, go and grab yourself some mum and dad merch. It is some quality merch. You have this beautiful T-shirt, which is us. It's the same photo that is on the Spotify and what else is it? Well, basically the cover photo.
It's our logo.
Our logo, if you will,
Yeah.
for the Mum and Dad Show. You can also get that on a delicious mug.
The mug's beautiful.
The mug's beautiful,
And the
and the bib. Now you know that, or you may know that one of my catchphrases is "Me dick stinks." Claire's wearing the T-shirt, the jumper right now,
An OG one.
an OG one from 2020. But we thought we'd mix it up for the bubs. Me butt stinks, ladies and gentlemen.
Fucking
So if
love
you
it.
enjoy the channel and you want to support it, go over there and
Please.
grab some merch at themumanddadshow.com.
Wear it with pride. Tag us on Insta.
Join the cult.
Oh, and put your babies in the bib and tag
Yes,
us.
we want to see some babies in those boobs.
People asked for them at shows. People,
Baby bibs.
Yeah, remember people would always be like, not necessarily bibs, but people
want
would
something
say
for
to
their
me in the
kids.
merch line, I want baby stuff.
Yeah, fair enough.
So
fair
you
enough.
got it now.
Fair enough. There was a lady who actually named her son after me. She told me. Poor bub.
No, it's beautiful.
It is beautiful. Yes, Christmas, a stressful time.
Oh, but fabulous.
Fabulous. I do love Christmas.
I'm so lucky to have a man that loves Christmas like I do.
Oh, I fucking adore it.
It's
It's
so
a
good.
beautiful time of year,
Isaac's
isn't it?
into Christmas lights.
I love Christmas
It's
lights.
so good.
We are the type of couple,
Oh.
and this is probably goes against the idea of who I am as a person that a lot of people think.
100%. That's why I'm bringing it up.
We drive along at least every second night in the lead up to Christmas with Christmas carols playing in the car looking at lights.
The good ones.
The good ones.
Yeah, the good ones.
And I love that.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoy doing that. I don't know why I love it so much, but I really, really do.
Me too.
It's just fun. It's just fun to do that shit.
Oh, it's such a good tradition, especially with little man cooking away. So I
Yeah.
think it's nice for him to get involved. And then next year, when he's all unsettled or upset, we can take him for a little look around the lights.
And what about the Teapot House?
guys?
There's this house near us that Claire's nicknamed the Teapot House.
For a very good reason.
What is the reason?
It is a beautiful pink cottage that has.
Is it pink?
It's like a pinky sort of.
Pinky hue?
Yeah, it's like a pinky creamy colour, but to me it's pink.
Pink cream.
It's
Gross.
dull. It's beautiful. And
Yeah.
it's got roses everywhere. And
Yes.
it's got little teapots hanging on the fence and in the trees with succulents and plants in it. So I've always just referred to it as the Teapot House. And each year, we've been here 2 years, last year and this year. So we've got a tradition going with
Yes.
our neighbours.
Yep.
We go and we support this house that does up their house in all festive, beautiful lights.
I reckon
for
they'd have
charity.
maybe 40 grand worth of lights. Maybe not that much. Maybe 25 grand worth of lights.
Around that. Like
It's
stunning.
crazy. Or their entire house is decked out all the way through their yard, the front yard, backyard, front like the roof. everywhere is
It's
decked out.
stunning. And they're an older couple too, which makes it even sweeter that they go to all this effort.
We had a great conversation. Oh, I had a great. Well, no, we did. Both of us.
Yeah.
We went through this bloke's house. He took us through the house and gave us a
Invited
tour.
us in.
And Claire's been talking about the inside of this house for years, and it didn't disappoint. Everything's vintage. Everything's from like what are the shops called? Antique stores, second-hand shops, garage stores. He had everything from an old stove to an old ice box. He had
an old wife.
Yes, that too. And they had a teddy bear room. And
that was my favourite.
Just a really cool setup. But they raise money as well. They raise money for the Ronald McDonald House. Yep. So basically they open up their house every year and all the neighbourhood come along and all the kids, the local kids, and they give out little lollies to the kids. It's beautiful, nice. Beautiful.
So our goal is to be that Teapot House in 28 years.
Is that right?
Well, it is for me.
28 years? They're older than that.
No, but they've been doing the lights for 28 years, they said.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so they've just been adding to it. And he showed us, I'm going to take these off, they're hurting my ears today.
You're right.
And they also had chickens.
They did. They had everything.
They showed us the chicken coop.
And he bought that block of land, he said, 53 years ago, he bought that block of land for £300. Built the house for, I think it was a couple of grand or 12 grand or something. Yeah.
That rings a bell to me, and I never remember numbers.
Built
12
it,
for something.
And the council bought a bit of it to build the road. That's they bought a bit of the front yard to build the road in there. And that's how old it is and how long he's been there. But they love that house. So anyway, meeting someone who's so house proud, I really enjoyed that because we're really like house proud. Like we love our house.
We're dying in our house. We love it so much.
One of the things that stresses me out, and I think about probably more than I should, is being old and not being able to get up these stairs in this house, which is probably a strange thing
to
be.
Tell the people what we've planned.
Oh, we'll get one of those the Duvalakis that take us up the stairs, or a slide.
But the other day you said this, and I thought it was super cute.
We could get an elevator.
We could.
Oh, yes.
We could knock down this,
stay
on the block we are because we love our view and our community, and just put a little one-story oldies house on it.
I don't know.
When we're old. This is what we fucking talk about of an afternoon, having an arvo cuppa. Yeah. We're pensioners.
We are pensioners.
Isaac's a pensioner. Everyone goes on, he's a misogynist and a bigot.
I'm a pensioner. That's what I am.
He's a pensioner.
That's why I'm a misogynist, because I was born in the 50s.
He's beautiful. This fucking crap people go on about. Anyway.
Yeah, we were talking about that on the Cancer Man Hour podcast yesterday about that email that we received from an unnamed. We're not allowed to
name them.
We won't name names, but calling me a misogynistic,
transphobic. That one pisses me off the most. I don't know why.
Why?
I don't know, because I have people, like, I've had friends of ours even say, like, oh, yeah, a few of our friends, people will say, like, oh, isn't he a transphobic person? And I'm like, no.
There was a dude who we did a video in his venue, and he said, oh, I agree with everything Isaac says except for his transphobic views. I was like, what?
They're not transphobic. We've never been transphobic in any way. If you watch the video, it really upsets me.
People don't, though.
I know. It just really annoys me because we're not like that at all.
I think people look at the title and the thumbnail.
Yes.
And they go,
and perhaps how you deliver the video. I get that it's loud and it's in your face, but if you actually watch it and listen to it, it just really irks me that people think that way about you because it's not true at all.
No, and that's...
Like, we have a joke about literally everything.
Yeah.
Gay, black, Asian, straight, us, whatever you fucking are, we'll joke about it.
Yeah.
But you are more than welcome in our fucking home, and we'd put the kettle on for you. Like, there's nothing...
Of course.
We don't care if you have a dick or a vag.
We respect everyone, and that's...
We literally do. That's what annoys me about it.
That's the thing. Like,
unless you're a cunt. If you're a cunt, there's no coming back.
Yeah. And that's why Gabe's getting fired after today's episode.
No, he's not. He's beautiful.
He's beautiful. But that, and I guess that is the thing at the end of the day, isn't it? It's all about face value, and in a society that only reads headlines, they don't ever dare to look at, you know, the ins and outs. And I mean, the same goes for a lot of people in this social media world, whether it's Elon Musk or even...
What's with the hatred of poor Elon?
I don't know. Or even Joe Rogan. People hate him.
If you hate Joe Rogan...
Now,
you're a transphobe.
Should I mention what happened today?
I'd mention it. I'd mention it.
All right, Joe Rogan followed me on Instagram.
Putting these back on.
Man.
Loud.
So, are they around the right way?
I don't know.
Left, because it's got left and right in the ears.
Yeah.
I just thought that might be why it's hurting your ears. Joe followed me on the gram and messaged me, and I won't be one of those fanboys that's like, this has made my life and I'm the happiest version of me I ever have been, but I am. Nah, it was a crazy way to wake up, Jesus.
It's the most beautiful thing.
Because I had it.
Marriage and a baby's great, but this just trumps it all.
Marriage and a baby, not bad. But the Rogues. So I woke Claire up and I was like, Claire.
I thought we were like slept through the alarm or something. I'm like, getting up.
Who am I?
Yeah, and then you showed me and I was like,
oh, Jesus.
Oh, just what a dude.
Yeah, for him to take the time out of his day, because Adam Greentree, friend of the show, friend of ours, he messaged him or tagged him.
Him and Kimmy are legends.
Yeah, we love them. We're great friends of ours. And Rogan, reached out and messaged me and said he enjoyed the video that I made last week. Anyway.
And people would get like that when you respond to them too. That's what you have to remember.
Yeah.
Like to us, it's like, oh yeah. But if you message someone back, there's people that just love you so much.
That's why it's a weird thing, isn't it? It's like
weird.
It's like when Tyson Fury replied to me or Dana White and stuff.
Oh, Dana
because
White.
we met Dana.
White.
And Dana is the president of the UFC. We met Dana.
I want him to be president of fucking America.
And the Butterfield household.
Your candle's here. We love you, Dana.
And the reason I messaged Dana was like, because I'm old school with the whole meeting people and shit.
Oh, like, you don't want to be gross about it.
Nah, but I don't want to be one of those people that meets someone, gets a photo with them, and then they think, okay, I've got the photo for Instagram.
It's wrong.
No, I was
we want to be friends with them.
Well, not even that. I just want to be polite.
Yeah.
I want to be nice.
I want to be friends with Dana.
Well, everyone wants to be friends with Dana, but that's the thing. Yeah. And when you are someone like Dana White or Joe Rogan, everyone wants to be friends with you. Everyone wants to use you for something.
And they want something out of you. It's fucking
And that's
wrong.
not what I want. And this is like when I was in LA, when we were in LA.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, you got to message these people and offer this, and I can't do that, mate.
It's so cringy.
I don't want to do that. I want to be friends with people
organically.
Yeah, exactly.
And I hate saying that. It sounds really douchey, but
you don't want to use people.
No. I remember when we met Natalie Cuomo.
Yeah,
I'm sorry if I get her name wrong. And
she's #1 on the comedy albums in America at the moment.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
She's so nice. She drove us around.
Yes.
I really want to go out to America and just...
Yeah, Nat's great.
And she's engaged. Yay!
Yeah, where the fuck did that come from,
Fuck
Natalie?
if I know, but yay!
We could have her on the podcast, via Zoom.
We should. She's beautiful. I think she's
She's
so
an American
lovely.
comic and works her fucking ass off.
She's the hardest worker I've ever seen.
Yes.
Fuck you, OnlyFans girls.
Yeah, she's really, really good at what she does, and she's a good
grinds.
comic. So... Yeah, I think that's what people are doing wrong in the social media world. They're trying to use people for their own career progression.
Oh, it's just gross.
And I guess it's not just the social; it happens everywhere.
Yeah.
And I think it has a place. I mean, if you're in the business world, you go out and you have a business meeting and you have coffee with someone or you buy them dinner or whatever.
It's a different
There's
sort
a
of
reason.
work, though.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's just cringy.
But like what I was going to say about the whole Dana thing was, I messaged her. I said, "Hey mate, thank you for your time today. All the very best."
And that was it. Yeah.
I'm not like, "Hey, can we catch up and talk?" Crypto.
He's got enough on.
Of course
Why
he does.
would you want to fucking see us?
No, he's got a million things going on, and that's the thing. Like I always try to put it back in perspective of like what we do.
Yes, exactly.
Like the same with Rogan coming to Australia. He's got all his cash. He just wants to be around his family and do his podcast.
Yeah.
Like that's
just like we do.
Just like we do.
Minus
like I want
all the cash.
I want to do the videos, do the comedy shows, hang out with you, walk the dogs.
Yeah.
That's it.
Watch Midsummer
Murders. That's all we want to do.
Yeah. Totally get it.
So, I think that's a lesson for people in the social media sphere. Stop trying to use people for clout and all that type of stuff.
It's fucking putrid.
And just become
like your friends, like we're really good friends with the Green Trees, and that happened super organically.
Was explaining that to Gabe in the car.
Yeah.
Like Adam shared one of my videos, and I messaged. And it
was on.
I had already been talking to Kim
had
over a video that I made. This is like 5 years ago. So Adam Greentree, if you don't know who he is, he's a regular on the Joe Rogan Experience, and he's a bow hunter, friend of ours. He actually shot. Kim shot that.
Yeah, that was Kim's.
That was Kim's, but he gave us that on the wall there, the giant buffalo head.
Stunning.
Crazy dude. He's got these amazing stories. And
He loves dogs.
Loves
he hunts,
dogs.
but he loves dogs.
He
so
doesn't
I'm
hunt
fine
dogs.
with it.
That's nice.
Yes.
But anyway, so we became friends with them organically. Like after they shared one of my videos, they just said let's
That's
do
so
let's
nice.
do lunch. And I was like,
Yeah.
all right, cool.
Yeah.
And I already was a fan of his, and then
And
we
I was
became
working
friends
a
from it.
shit job at the time, and I didn't meet him for like the first year of
Oh,
your
you
friendship.
didn't? I'm sorry.
It was fucking weird.
Well, I wasn't making any money at that time either, so
Now I remember.
yeah.
It was fucking hard, and I was working in a shit pharmacy.
Buy
but
a
then
merch.
I met him, and I fell in love with him too, and I was like, oh,
yes. But that's the best way to do anything and
Yes.
meet anyone is just to become
be
friends with
genuine.
them. Don't go in there
What's Adam's thing on his cap? Be a nice cunt.
be a nice
good
cunt. Be a good cunt.
Be a good
nice.
cunt.
No, yeah, be a good cunt.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love
No,
that so much. It's
He's
so
a very
true.
good dude. But yes, so Christmas.
Yes.
So we did a ham. Well, we're doing a ham.
We're
This is before
doing a
Christmas.
ham.
And
But
Claire's been freaking out because I didn't know you had to take the skin off the ham.
yeah, we didn't know that. Last year we did a ham, guys, and we got it.
Like half pre-done.
Yeah, it was pre-done, but we did the marinating. We
Oh,
did
yeah.
the hard yards.
The basting.
The basting. Oy.
Eey.
But we didn't know this year. We just picked up this giant ham. And you've got to fucking finger the skin off.
Yeah, so you cut around the knuckle, around the end of the leg. You cut around and then you peel the skin off.
Maybe we should insert a clip showing what we mean.
Yeah, Gabe will do that. He
That's
loves
all right,
doing that.
Gabe. Yeah. You'll
so
love it. It'll turn you on.
it was crazy. It was crazy.
It's really gross. What you have to
It's
do.
a very interesting thing. So you gut it and you don't gut it.
You don't
cut
gut
it. You
it?
cut it. You cut
Oh,
it. You cut it.
God.
And then you get the skin off. Actually goes straight into our foreskin story.
Oh, it does.
But yeah, it
I'm
was a
ready
bit.
for that.
It's a bit grotesque, and then you baste it in the oven and all that type of stuff. But we'll be fine. We'll get it done.
Yeah, I found it a bit.
What stresses you about Christmas though? Is it just because it's so much? There's this huge build up, and then everyone comes together, and then it's over.
I don't know. I've never been ridiculously. I get more stressed over like everyday things than I do for Christmas per se.
Okay.
Percy.
Percy.
Nah, Percy. No, Christmas Day doesn't stress me too much. I think if we were hosting it, it would be different. I'd be
Sure.
a bit like, oh my God. But I don't know. It might be different when our little man's here because, you know, we want it to be like extra perfect. But I've never found it stress. I get anxious about it.
Yeah.
Like anticipation and whatnot, and a bit anxious because all the family's together and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But not putridly anxious, no.
Yeah. No, I understand. I
Putridly anxious.
I think the build up.
Shut up, Gabe.
I say I don't react to that because Claire uses the word putrid all the time.
I don't know why.
Putridly anxious is hilarious.
Putridly
get it on a
anxious.
shirt.
That should be a T-shirt.
If you if you wear putridly anxious with me,
I'm gonna
putridly anxious,
message
fueled by coffee.
I'm gonna message Nurel about that. Could we do a T-shirt?
Oh, putridly anxious.
Yeah,
I do
like
say
just
it.
the words. Putridly anxious.
In the font of the brand status anxiety. So
Yeah.
it
I
looks
don't know that font.
bougie.
But that would be cool.
For little Butterfield.
Oh, would you wear it though, Gabe?
Putridly anxious.
Yeah.
I wouldn't wear it, no.
I
But I
would.
bet a lot of people would.
Oh.
I honestly like that idea.
Putridly anxious. That could
I
be
might,
cool.
I might put it in my Insta bio.
That's funny. That is fucking funny.
I'm doing that now.
Put it in your Insta bio.
Putridly anxious. So at the moment, I've got
If that represents
Okay.
you,
wow,
throw it in an Instagram story and hashtag putridly anxious.
putridly anxious. That's so fucked. That's my my pronouns.
Putridly anxious.
Putridly anxious.
The Claire Butterfield story.
What emoji after that?
Eggplant. No, I don't know.
Nah.
But yeah, no, Christmas is great. I love the lead up to it. The Christmas day is always stressful, bringing all the worlds together. And Claire's always said this.
I've always had this thing.
She hates worlds colliding.
I do.
You've
If
always...
you're a friend of ours in real life, you will know. I don't like, and I don't know if this is like some sort of undiagnosed weird thing in me, but I don't like to go into the whole, what could be wrong with me? Let's just leave that
Let's
shut.
leave it out. Yep.
Leave that closed. I don't like hanging out. So we'll have like friends from all different groups.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like when they all merge because when we hang out with someone, I like to, because I'm so, I don't know what the word.
Putridly anxious.
Putridly anxious. I like to give all my attention to those people we're with.
Yeah.
And I think because it takes so much of my little brain to sort of, I don't know.
You don't have a little brain.
Remember everyone's like, Dee, I want to be in the moment with those people.
Yeah.
and then sort of have a really good time with just them, and then do the other thing with our other friend.
Sure.
Whereas when all of it combines and I don't get to have like 100% of my time with that person, I feel like it's a waste of time because I've seen all these people, but we haven't fucking talked about anything or caught up properly. And I feel like then I haven't been as much of a good friend as I could have been or just all that. And I overthink it.
It's
so
a
I
lot.
don't like worlds colliding.
It's a lot. It can
As
be a lot.
George says.
Oh, sorry. I just
On
snapped
Seinfeld.
I snapped a rubber band at you. Yeah, it's a lot when the worlds collide.
I hate it.
Like, you know, different family members coming together that haven't seen
It
each other in a
churns
long
me up.
time.
I hate
Different
it.
friend groups. You got to like sort of introduce. I say I'm fine with it. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Isaac's so good at socialising.
But I don't love socialising either.
You did for a long time.
Yeah, I don't know.
As you get older, you just sort
I
of
think
like,
you do. I think you really do.
yeah, you choose your tribe.
Like
and you
I'm
just
sure,
stick with
like
them.
producer Gabe, you're a young
Yes.
man. You probably love socialising,
He's
right?
not that young, but you're
No, he looks-
24. I was a nana at that age.
Yeah, you'd love it, right?
I like being social. Yeah. I don't always find it easy. Like I think going into groups of people is hard for a lot of people. But like I have fun. I like getting on the drink with new people
Give
and
it
stuff.
3 years.
Give it 3 years and be like, oh, get me home.
Oh, and there's just nothing better. I just like that one-on-one time, or couple and couple, mono on mono, man to man.
Yeah, man to
I
man.
like that.
Blokes
I
on
hate
blokes.
groups.
Yeah.
Always have as a kid. I don't know if that's some sort of
Putrid anxiety, maybe.
putrid anxiety disorder. Holla. I don't know.
Let's talk about putrid things. Let's talk about this foreskin
Yes.
this convo. So what happened?
So I'm on this group on Facebook, and it's this like mothers group.
Yeah.
And it is such a good read if you're
fun, isn't it?
feeling a bit bored, a bit bad about yourself, and you're thinking, what's wrong with me?
Yeah.
You go on this page and you realise everyone is crazy.
We have learnt that over the years.
We
And
say it every second day.
everyone is crazy. Everyone you meet is a little crazy.
Oh.
You know, mild-mannered Gabe, he might be a little crazy. I think we've all got crazy things about
You
us.
do.
Like,
It's just how well you hide it.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
You like, you know, we all seem pretty well put together, but there's things that we worry about in our homes
You carry shit around with you.
or in the back of your mind,
Yes.
things you're stressing about.
No one knows what's going on in here.
No. And the mothers group that you're in
Oh.
is
Guys.
a great way to really understand how crazy the people are around you.
Especially because a lot of it's anonymous, so you can choose
Yes.
to post on this group
Anonymously.
And that blows my mind.
Yeah.
So there'll be women on there that are like, don't want to touch my husband, he doesn't do the dishes, he's a piece of shit. Anyone else can relate, and they're like, babe,
I don't wanna
yes,
touch your husband
can
either.
relate. Oh my
Yeah.
god, man,
There's
that
a lot
pigs.
of like real hate in their husbands.
There's a lot of, but you know what?
But I guess the dudes are saying the same
so
thing at
many
the pub.
guys suck.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm not a mad feminist at all.
I don't think you need to be.
Obviously. I don't get into all that fucking
You don't
bullshit.
need to be.
I just think it's a load of crap. But I will say a lot of spouses,
Yep.
significant others,
Yeah.
men in general
Mhm.
are putrid.
Putrid dogs.
Putrid dogs. And
Yeah.
I will say that. So on this group, there's a lot of that exposed. But one day I was having a flick through.
Oh,
having a flick.
Having
Lol.
a flick in the bean.
Hey,
Not
I
bad.
wasn't. Don't look Santa. And this woman said, just gave birth to our blah, 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 blah. I think it was a boy. Congrats.
Gender
and
neutral,
they were
yep.
like, not sure how we feel about circumcision.
Right.
The comments went off.
So what
I
type
threw my hat in the ring.
You don't normally wear
I
hats.
did. I don't.
Yep.
Oh, sometimes.
No,
I
you
went
do
in the
wear
poo
hats,
cap
actually.
I
quite
wear
a
a
bit.
lot.
Yes, that's true. And your UFC hat. Yeah,
and my
go on.
UFC hat.
Yep.
Yeah, I wear 2 hats. Anyway, so I commented and I said, for my 2 bobs worth,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's unnecessary, cruel, and disgusting. And it got 4 likes.
Nice. I think it's barbaric.
It is.
I think it's fucking gross.
I just think, and to anyone listening that's got their foreskin chopped, I feel for you, and you deserve a march.
Yeah, you do. Hashtag
you
me too.
deserve a Me Too moment.
Hashtag 40s too.
You deserve something.
But why would you go and cut? So what are the excuses?
I want it to look like his dad's.
That's-
Why? Are you going to suck it?
that's
Why
fine.
does it fucking matter?
You did not read that.
Yes, I did.
Oh my god.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
That
People
is a-
saying, I want it to look like the dad's so they look normal when potty training.
That is a common like excuse or common reason.
Who gives a shit?
Who cares?
And then there was another one about your hygiene. And then there was one woman on there rough as guts. And her one was something about sensitivity and how he'll have a better sexual experience.
So that is so
Yeah, that's what I thought.
it definitely is. Leaving the foreskin on keeps the head of the penis like softer.
So we're in a safe space.
Yeah.
Gabe, are you cut or not cut? Do you feel comfortable saying it?
Yeah.
Do you have a foreskin?
I have a 4-banger.
Yeah.
Ah,
One of us.
yeah, one of
You know
us.
what I mean?
Well,
One of us.
so the 4E itself covers up the head of the penis, keeps
Yes.
it softer, allows more sensitivity, all that type of stuff. It actually can, and this is a bit gross, but it's sort of there is a bit of science to the idea
Protects him.
that you actually I was going to say inhale, but not inhale. You sort of absorb some of the vaginal secretions to create a more romantic bond with your partner.
Secretion's just such a gross word. I don't
Okay.
even know what
sorry,
that
sorry. Let me
means. Juice.
vaginal discharge.
Okay.
Is that better?
So much better.
I more was going with that it's cruel to do to a baby.
Which it absolutely is.
But
but
if
it
you're a bloke
also
and you've
is
got one,
unnecessary.
I'm not hating on your doodle.
I am.
I just
Gross
think if you
pricks.
then have a... Because it's not their choice.
Well, that's
It
it.
just means your parents didn't love you enough to
So,
care about
so
your
it
dick.
does affect like them in sex. And I know that's
A lot
not,
of women prefer it though. I have
What, is
heard
that because of the grossness factor or?
I just think it's because a lot of guys don't wash their dicks properly.
Yeah.
But I hate to say it, a lot of chicks don't wash their vag properly.
And a lot of chicks don't wash their dicks properly.
Yes.
2022.
I think some people are just gross and it's unfair to sort of be like, if you have a foreskin, it must be dirty.
Well, just wash it.
Take it through the car wash.
Yeah. Run it under the hose.
Peel it back, give it a scrub,
As
give
I've,
it a sniff.
as I've always said, a penis is like an apple. The skin's the best part.
Oh, you have said that for a while.
I said it on stage one night off cuff.
I should have
And
commented that on the group.
Yeah, you should have. There's still
Ah.
time.
I'll go back on it.
I said that on when I was recording my first special, and I thought that was the fun. I just randomly said it. I thought it was fucking hilarious. Like
is
I
hilarious.
stopped and laughed at myself.
Well done.
Thank you, dear.
It's
But
just
yeah,
cruel.
if you're having a baby, don't do it. Don't do
No.
it. It's unnecessary.
Look into it, and the science is dated. It's shit. It's not true.
You-
It's all
no. It's
crap.
all comes from religion.
Yeah.
And back in the day, it was probably a good idea to do it because you weren't showering.
Yes.
You
Maybe
probably get
then it made
infections and
sense
shit,
to do
right?
it.
That's why they would have done it.
But
not now.
Leave your little man's doodle be.
Don't chop it off. It's the same with
Smuggle 'em
female
up.
circumcision, right?
That's
fucked
exactly
up.
right.
And I think we should look at it exactly the same because it does
100%.
affect pleasure and all that type of rubbish.
Yes.
But just fucking leave baby dicks alone, all
Leave
right?
them alone. Just
Leave that for the
all of it
Catholic
alone.
Church.
Yes, they do
Yeah.
enough touching.
Did you know that a lot of foreskin removals or circumcisions actually end in infection and the baby losing the entire penis?
Oh my god.
Could you imagine if you lost your dick because your parents thought, I better chop it off so it looks like his dad's?
How is that a thought process that people have? And they're like, oh, I want
It
it to
fucking
look
does
like.
my head in. I remember I put up a post a
Timothy's.
while ago
Yeah.
and I said, anyone who cuts their baby's dick off, all the dick, anyone who cuts their baby's foreskin off is a cunt.
Amen.
And dad said to me the day after or whatever, because he saw it.
Did he want to do it to you guys?
Probably. Because he doesn't have it before it. But he said,
So what?
But
That's why.
but he goes, what do you think, Nana's a cunt? I
That's a good argument.
said, no, that was 50 years ago. We're talking about now. If you're
If you
doing
do
it
it
now,
now.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I think Dad's argument was, and I think he's of the same like point of view as us now.
Mm.
But when he had us at he was 24. He was like, yeah, or had me, didn't have us. That would be weird. Brother and sister.
The rumors are
hi,
true.
Rumors are true. We're prom.
Don't start that.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, what a beautiful year it has been. Thank you for joining us on the Mum and Dad Show, Claire.
Thanks for listening to it. I can't believe it still.
I know.
People like
What
it.
have we done? 30 episodes or something?
Yep.
And everyone is finally understanding why I love you so much.
Oh,
'Cause you've just-
a beautiful boy.
You're perfect.
Beautiful boy.
So
Love you,
Merry
darling.
Christmas, my dear.
Merry Christmas,
Happy New Year.
darling.
And to all our kids out there, have
We
a
love
lovely
you,
time.
even if
We
your
love you.
parents don't.
And as I always say at the end of every show,
Oh.
leave baby foreskins alone.
And as I always say, Adopt a fucking dog.
Yeah, dogs. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next
new
year
year.
for a brand
Yes.
new season of the Mum and Dad Show.
Wow.
It's probably gonna be very similar to this season.
I dare say so, but I'm going to get bigger.
Oh, she's gonna get bigger. I'm gonna get sweatier, and we'll see you next time. Toodaloo, au revoir.
We love yous.
Bye-bye.
Merry Christmas.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.